The Helicopter Museum in Weston-super-Mare, North Somerset, England, is a museum featuring a collection of more than 80 helicopters and autogyros from around the world, both civilian and military. It is based on the southeastern corner of the now disused RAF Weston-super-Mare airfield. On the other side of the airfield is the former old Nixon Bristol aeroplane factory, which produced Bristol helicopters like the Bristol Sycamore, first British production helicopter, and the Bristol Belvedere twin-rotor RAF heavy lift transport helicopter.
$100.
One of the old hangars at the old Weston-super-Mare airport, which was constructed in the 1930s. The first scheduled services started in 1936. By 1938, a passenger terminal and administration building had been completed, along with a side-opening hangar. On January 2, 1939, the Royal Air Force opened a school of technical training at RAF Locking, that did not have an airfield, but was only a mile from the Weston-super-Mare site. On the west of the airfield at Old Nixon, a factory was built by the Ministry of Aircraft Production to manufacture the Bristol Beaufighter, that were then flown out of the airfield. In 1955, the old Beaufighter factory at Old Nixon was converted for use by the Bristol Aeroplane Company Helicopter Division. In 1960, the factory was taken over by Westland, and served as a logistics supply station, until closure in 1987. The former Westland site, that closed in 2002, houses the Helicopter Museum.
$100.
The old Bristol Aeroplane and Westland Helicopters factory, which is known as the Old Nixon Factory. It produced and repaired planes and helicopters like the Bristol Beaufort, Beaufighter and freighter planes, and the Bristol Sycamore helicopter. It was taken over by Westland helicopters in the 1960s, who used the factory for maintenance and repair work until the 1980s. Today much of the factory survives. Part of the factory is now used by GKN Aerospace for engineering services.
Check height.
The Grand Pier is a pier in Weston-super-Mare, North Somerset, England. It is situated on the Bristol Channel, approximately 18 miles, 29 kilometers, southwest of Bristol. The pier is privately owned and is one of 3 piers in the town, together with Burnbeck Pier, which stands derelict awaiting possible restoration, and the much shorter Seaquarium aquarium built towards the south end of the seafront. It is supported by 600 iron piles, and is 400 meters, 1,300 feet, long. It has been damaged by fire on 2 occasions in 1930 and 2008.
One hundred. 100. 100. 'Check height. One hundred.